We're focusing on your irons, and you've told us that your main issue is strike related, and more specifically, you're hitting top shots. So the bottom of the club face is making contact with the top half of the golf ball. And this is obviously because the club is just simply too high when it arrives at impact. So the solution to this problem is we have to have the club head slightly lower when it strikes the ball, so that the strike is on the face and we get the appropriate shot. There are two main reasons why your club is going to be higher, and it can be as simple as focusing on the intention of getting the club lower when it strikes the ball. To do this, if we have a practice swing, your main thought goes from hitting a golf ball to making sure the club brushes the grass. So if you have a practice swing and your club doesn't make contact with the ground, and you simply focus on getting this club a little bit lower as it swings through impact, you can easily get it low enough to brush the grass. So your focus here, your swing thought, is make sure I brush the grass with the club head. Now, this could be the solution to the problem, unless we see the contact point is in the wrong place. Striking the ground is the first step, but with an iron, the club must make contact with the ground after it's hit the ball. And if you make a practice swing where the club touches the ground and it's behind the ball, we need to make a further tweak to the swing. And that would be a lateral shift to get this low point further towards the target by the time the club arrives at the ground. So by hitting the ground, we know the club is low enough, but by hitting the ground after the ball, we know we'll have had a good clean strike on the golf ball. So during our downswing, if we just focus on throwing the club head at the ground, we can very easily hit the ground too far behind the ball. And if that's the case, we need to add much more of a lateral shift before we throw the club head at the ground. So the feeling is to go to the top, make a lateral shift towards the target, and then throw the club head. So swing to the top, shift, and release. And if you do that, you'll notice that the club brushes the grass after the ball. Now, once we can do this, we know we can do it with a golf ball. But very often golfers don't. And that's because their intention shifts from brushing the grass to hitting a particular type of golf shot, or from brushing the grass to hitting the ball in a particular way. If we've had a practice swing where the club hits the ground in the right place and in the right way, and the focus was to brush the grass, that's the focus we need for the golf shot. So our swing thought has to be the same as the practice swing. So experiment a little first, get the practice swing, brushing the grass in the right way, which is just after the ball, and then notice what it is you're thinking. What is your thought process, or what is your swing thought to make that happen? Once you've identified it, the trick is going to be use that swing thought to hit the golf shot. So the thought here would be a shift and then release the club down so it brushes the grass, step to the ball and do the same thing.